This is the interview of Marie by Elena Kleinhans on March 10th. Marie, you spoke German until you were 7 years old. Can you still speak German?
Just a very little. Very little, because when my mother started to learn to speak English, she spoke English, and then by the time she got ready to communicate with her people again in Germany, she had lost a lot of it.
Yeah.
She believed in speaking and learning as much about the United States and its history, because she lived here, you know.
Yeah. Did you feel proud to speak German, or were you afraid to talk when you started school?
No, I was very much used to it. I was never afraid to talk, no.
Moving from North Carolina to Saranac Lake must have been hard. Were you surprised by the snow and the cold?
Yes, because we went up when my father had the laboratory job at Sunmount, New York, and that's outside of Tupper Lake. And we went there, and it was November. And my mother, when she got off, the train stopped and we got there, she started crying because it was a day that was half snow and half rain, and everything was gray, you know. No, it was different.
Yeah. You talk about your father's alcoholism. It must have been very difficult in your house. How did you learn to forgive your father?
How did I do what?
How did you learn to forgive your father?
I learned it over the years, because as I got older, I didn't, I saw where it would not be to my advantage to take and hold bad feelings against him, because I had a wonderful husband, and I thought my father could be just as wonderful if he was sober all day, you know. And so I thought, well, he could get himself up out of the gutter and become a nice human being again. That's the least that I could do, was forgive him, because he asked for my forgiveness. So.
You had a very interesting job with the state. Can you tell me about it?
Yes. I worked, I started work there when I was 19 years old, and then I stopped when I got married at 21. And I stayed home, took care of the children until my daughter was out of school and in college, and my son was in his last years in high school. So I decided to go back to work, because I had done seamstress work at home, you know, did sewing for people, and I couldn't stand it any longer. So I went back to the State Health Department, and I had had the fortune when I first started that I had to be a student first and learn about the laboratory, and I loved that work. It happened to be the same thing like my father did, the laboratory work. And yes, and when I went back, I went into the Department of Virology, which was a brand new thing in science. And we worked with my particular boss with encephalitis and mosquitoes. And we had wild animals that we caught, and we bled and used the blood in tests and things, and then also took and put the animals to sleep, and then you harvested different organs to see if that's where the virus laid. Yes, I loved my work. It was interesting, and you had to be careful, because the encephalitis was, if you got it, it could destroy your nervous system and your mind.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah.
Were there any traditions that you kept from Germany and that you keep using today?
Not really. There are foods that I was taught to cook that I will cook today, like sauerkraut and pork and potato pancakes and red cabbage. And yeah, I cook mostly, but for any other thing, no, we didn't keep German. No, well, my mother, she said we're an American, we do American. That's what we did.
Did you ever go back to Germany?
Yes. Oh, I had the fortune to take and visit my brother on vacation while he was in Scotland with the cruise missile, and we made the trip to Germany, and I met my cousin, and I met the one aunt that was still living, and she just thought I was the spitting image of my mother, and it was quite a thing. And I found that, you know, they were living very nicely, and Germany was a beautiful place too, so. Yeah, I was very happy to do that.
Have you visited any other countries?
I visited England and Scotland very well, yes. Both those countries, and I love both of them, yes.
Yeah, I went to Germany for my aunt's wedding, and we have some relatives there.
Oh, do you? Yeah, see, my mother came from the city of Koblenz, and Koblenz is right at the confluence of the Moselle River, which comes down along near the French border, and the Rhine River. So that's why it's a very beautiful city. It had a point on there where there was a huge statue of not the emperor, what was he called? The Kaiser during the First World War, and he's seated on a horse, you know. But they don't have that anymore. They got rid of that. Yeah, and the Moselle Valley was a beautiful place. That's where their vineyards are and all, you know. So where did you go?
We went around to Munich mostly.
Yeah.
And we saw the big Olympic tower.
Yeah. No, I went down to Koblenz and saw they had the old fort of Ehrenbreitstein, which is across the river from the city. And we went through that. And then they had what was left of the old Roman bridge that was once across the Rhine. So, yeah, it was beautiful. So, my brother wanted to take us to France, too, but I was getting tired, and I said, no, I want to go back, relax.
Yeah.
But I traveled all over Scotland. I never saw so many castles in all of my life. And England, oh, yes, I love those two places.
I've always wanted to go to England.
Yes, it's history, you know. Strictly, if you like history, that's the place.
Is there any favorite foods that you ate in England?
Yes. Their beef kidney pie. Yes. Oh, that was delicious. I know we turn our nose up at it, but oh, it's good. And their drink, you know, they had their mead, and it was nice. We went up to, in Scotland, we went to the place where Robert Burns lived in, what's the name of that, where he wrote that poem, music. Because it's an eating place, and it's right out in the middle of the lake, and they take you there by an old boat that you almost think it's going to sink. You know, but it won't. It'll get you there.